The sun aspects to Pluto. If your sun is conjunction to Pluto, and this is my placement right here, which means sun conjunction Pluto is also my placement. This means that light is connected to darkness. Woo, that's powerful. So the light within yourself, that's hitting within yourself. This is your inner spirit, your inner voice, which some say the inner God talking to you, speaking to you. So you deal with the hidden, the unknown. You deal with the realm of the occult knowledge, the hidden knowledge. And you're not afraid of darkness. You're not afraid of death. You're not afraid. When we speak of death, we talking about not only physically death, we talking about the mental death and the spiritual death all around. Because to you, it's all about dying out the old ways, bringing something new into existence. So you're always changing. You're always changing your mind, your spirit. Every day you wake up, things is changing about you. You're always growing, developing yourself. And so we got Sun conjunction Pluto. You the type who like to research and dive into the unknown, to the deep. You like the detectives and the hunters of the world who like to hunt and search for the answers and to anything because you're curious and you want to know. You go off into deep. Knowing is better for you. Without knowing, you would tremble. So you got to know. You got to know, and you always searching for answers. So you can be very accessible. So this the powerful energy because this deal with light power, spiritual power, a conscious power, higher power. It deals with psychic powers. So you'll be good with your psychic abilities as a psychic investigator because you like to go over to the unknown and bringing out the truth when dealing with things that dealing with knowledge, the occult knowledge, metaphysics, science, anything that deals with like a surgeon, you can do. You know what I mean? A detector, a spy, you can make a great spy. These people are spies. You know what I mean? Because they like to spy on people, find the answers to the world, but also they like tap into their spirit because they clairsentience and they like mediums where they channel energy and they can talk. They got the ability to talk to spirits. They also claircognizance. They got all the psychic gifts because they deal with the psychic world, the underworld, which means tapping into the underworld. And so this deal with power. Your powers is finding out the answers to life, bringing out the truth to the world, exposing people, exposing things that's not real, things that's illusion, things that's fake. You're here to do that. You're here to use your powers to expose those not real. So you got a powerful personality. You could appear to be tough to some people. Strong personality, a magnetic soul. When people look into your eyes, they can see the charm in you and the magnetic force. Where some people want to imitate you or be like you because you're so strong, so powerful. They want that power, but sometimes you can be possessive. Also, you can be jealous. Like you also can be controlling and dominating because Pluto is a dominating planet. It's very dominating. And this is my placement with the sun conjunction Pluto, which is part of me. The sun is blending in. It blending in with Pluto. So this deal with sun power. So it deal with sun power. It deal with conscious power. It deal with the heart power. From the heart, the soul. The soul is very important. Tapping to the soul, knowing all about the soul, knowing all about astrology, knowing all about numerology, bringing out the truth where the astrology talk about this and talk about that, and the numerology talk about this and talk about that, and science talk about this and talk about that. You the one who gonna bring out the truth and update things. You gonna eliminate the outdated astrology and the outdated numerology and bring new stuff to the light and bring the truth to the light and more information. Expose the people who were doing numerology and astrology. You're gonna expose things and bring out new science. Because this is what you're here to do. You're here to expose that. You're here to dive into the deep and bring the truth, the real truth to people, where people can really function, where they can live. Because you definitely are humanitarian, so you could be the world power. You could be like very powerful in the world because you deal with the underworld. So you be the one who could teach people about the underworld, teach people about the spiritual world. And so these people with this placement, with Sun conjunction Pluto, you make the best teachers, and also those who got sun aspects to Pluto. You make the best teachers because you can bring out the truth, but you can speak toughly. You might speak strongly. So people who had this placement, they speak strong or they look strong, something strong about their personality. They're strong. They deal with toughness, and they don't like fakeness. They don't like lies, period. And they can see through exceptions, and they can see through fakeness. And so this part of who you are, this nasty part of you, who you are, like Sun conjunction Pluto, you are the one who go into the unknown, who bring out the truth, who are about power, some type of power. You're going to come into some type of power. It could be psychic power, spiritual power, but you are the mastermind. You like to know what makes a person ticks. So you go deep, not only to the hitting, but the hitting of people's mind too. You like to know what makes a person tick. So you can be a mind reader, also all of that. So you mastermind. This is one of the smartest placements. So it don't matter what zodiac sign you have or what moon sign you have, this your placement. This how you move. This how you operate. It's part of you. So Sun conjunction Pluto is deal with power. You might go through it with people who in power. Be rebellious against people who in power. Fight against them because this is the fighter planet. This is the way you fight. You be very revengeful and very sneaky. Like Mars might be straight up, which is your counterpart, which is part of Scorpio energy too, which is Mars. But Mars is the one who's straight out in the open. But you could be very sneaky and eliminate somebody without anybody knowing. So that's how sneaky you can be. Take revenge, and you so good with the mind, you can trick people with no doubt. So this placement here, these are the people who can be your underworld bosses, your gangsters. So this is good to look at this placement when dealing with politics and gangsters, and because on the downside, they're not scared of the darkness, they're not scared of negative. Some of them stay into the negative life. So if they stay into it, they will fall. But if they transform and come to their higher self, like myself, because I got out that world, out the negative life, out the street life, you become very powerful in the spiritual world, bringing out the truth and exposing all the weak. And weak is like the criminal life, all the other stuff. But see, Pluto, people like the leaders, gang leaders, and bosses look at this placement. This is very important. No matter if anybody got any of this placement, which means Sun aspects to Pluto, especially conjunction, then you understand why they are like they are. So when the sun is, because the sun also loyal to family and loyal to his circle, because they don't mess with fake people. They like to mess with real people or those who they consider a solid, because people who have Sun conjunction Pluto can see through fakeness. They can see through lies and deception. So they're like a lie detector. So when the Sun trine Pluto, this is your natural gift. This is what you do naturally. Research, dissect the code, bring out the truth. This is your natural gift. But you can also lack and be so lazy because it's naturally a part of you till you forget it. So don't forget this gift, this talent, which means the Sun conjunction Pluto things, which means dissecting the code, your many psychic gifts, psychic abilities. You got it because you got Sextile Pluto. You got the ability to tap into the unknown, to be the medium who could talk to spirits. So this is your natural gift. But see, this place is so easy to you that you can forget it. You might forget that this is part of you or your gift. But I don't really see you forgetting on this aspect, because Pluto is a strong planet and the Sun is strong. You got light and darkness together. But you might lack in this area. You might slow down and be lazy in this area. So watch out for that. If you Sun trine Pluto, see what I'm saying? See, the Sun conjunction Pluto can play all parts, because this is naturally a part of the heart, part of the soul. So the Sun can act like a new jack and be the one who growing in your Pluto powers, means a sextile, which means you can act like this your potential and grow into it. Or it could be a trine and you can forget about your gifts. Or you can become a square and go through things that deal with the hidden and underworld and be afraid of the underworld. Or you could be a Sun opposing Pluto, the light against darkness. You know what I mean? So with that being said, when we talk about Sun trine Pluto, this is your natural gift. Don't forget about it. Now we talk about Sun sextile Pluto, this is your potential. It's there. You got to tap into it, awaken it. It's there. And once you tap into it, you will appreciate your gifts. You will grow into it and become powerful and tap into the unknown world and research, be into the occult knowledge and metaphysics, and do everything that this placement represents as a conjunction and a trine. So it'll be easy for you to do as a sextile because the energy is there. It'll be easy for you to do. You just got to tap into it. You got to work a little harder than the trine. And the conjunction is part of the soul. The trine is a natural gift. And for you got to work a little bit. If the gift is there, the potential is there, you just got to tap into it. So you will grow into it and become that powerful placement. But also you can teach people how to grow into their power and transform. Because this deal with transformation. Transforming to your better self, releasing the old, which is death, and being reborn again. There's something that's higher. Keep growing. And so now, when the Sun square Pluto, The sun will have problems with darkness. It might fear darkness. It might fear negative. It might fear the hidden world, fear the spiritual world, fear the paranormal. It might go through things that deal with Pluto. It might go through battles with people who on the dark side, or people who doing wicked things. The sun ain't even in balance, so the sun have a hard time dealing with people who are different or Pluto type energy. They don't understand the hidden things and the underworld things and things that deal with the cult knowledge. They don't understand things. Like, it's hard for them to understand that because they're more about fun loving and they're more about the outer world instead of going within themselves. So they might have a problem with Pluto things until they learn about Pluto and they grow into their powers and they start transforming. But they can be the best teachers after they tap into their powers and master themselves. And so in discipline themselves, they can come into their powers. Yes. And so when they connect with their Pluto energy and balance it out, they can become very powerful teachers and healers. So Pluto is a planet of healing too. Healing of all kinds and things of that nature. So once people who have Sun square Pluto connect and come into their powers and don't have no more fear and align it with the sun, you will win. Light and darkness come together. It's balance. And you will shine. You'll be the world teacher, the world ruler. So this is a powerful placement. All the sun and the opposition aspect will be the most powerful aspects once they go through it. Because through your experience, you don't learn about everything. So you can be one of the best teachers. Even though the sun conjunction go through it too and the rest of them, but it's nobody can learn better than you. So a lot of politics and all type of people who have these placements, which means sun aspects to Pluto, you understand why they are like they are. Some of them corrupt and some of them like the dark side. But some of them who fighting against the dark side is also with this placement. Because you got those who transform, who strong on the higher ups like myself. I got sun conjunction Pluto. Now you understand my power. So they deal with power, sun power, light power. So shining the light to you, bring the light bringer. And so when you got sun opposes Pluto, the opposition, it don't like nothing about the hidden world, don't like nothing about the underworld, don't like nothing about darkness, don't like nothing about the female aspects. These people never know. These people might be homosexual because they ain't got no balance. They might be going through it mentally because they don't got no balance. But the sun need Pluto. It need darkness. It might not have no rest not messing with Pluto. Not to say that you are homosexual, but it could be. Not to say that you are. But the light of the sun need darkness. It need rest. So Pluto give it rest. Pluto eternalize it. So the sun don't only need to listen to his heart. It need to also need the Pluto energy where it can tap into the darkness and heal itself. Because Pluto deal with healing ability the night. And so you might oppose the night. You might don't like anything in the night. You might don't like things that deals with darkness or blackness or yourself in general or the hidden or the unknown. You might oppose that. You might don't be scared of it. You might just oppose it and stuff like that. Fight against that. But see, once you realize that you need Pluto and your Pluto traits realize that it needs the sun, because the darkness might don't like the light neither. So when it's opposed, it's also going to be Pluto opposed the sun. So if darkness opposed the light, that means like to stay into the hidden, into the private life, into the unknown. Because Pluto can keep secrets too. So the darkness might want to keep everything a secret, might don't want to come out into the light. So with that being said, they need each other. And once you realize that and balance it out and go through what you go through and you transform, you can become the teacher and you can develop and you have a need to develop balance. So balance is the key to your life. And this is how you win. And so with the sun conjunction Pluto placement, you can do almost anything you choose to do because the mind is power. The consciousness is power. The light awareness is power. Knowledge is power. Everything is power. The light is power. So you do almost anything you choose to do because you're very ambitious, you're very determined, and nothing gonna stop you to accomplish your goal. This is an unstoppable placement. Very strong, very tough. And you're a fighter, and you don't care how many people it is, you will fight 10. It depends on if you're on the fifth side of Pluto or you're on the upside of Pluto. But if you're in your strength, you don't bar none. So this is the placement that don't bar none, that is strong, that could be world rulers. Also, it could be the type to save the world or disastrous to the world. So, but it's up to you. So, with this being said, as I came to bring this light, it gets no realer than this. Ashe.